Alrighty then. We're gonna be watching another vid by a Necrit. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing his name correctly. We already watched his first like lore dive into Still Here, but apparently it gets deeper. And then also, what's it called? Some of you commented on the YouTube video further that he does way more lore videos, so I think I might watch a lot of his videos in the future. So watch out for that. Yeah, if you guys have any stuff, let's get, or, you know, if we don't have anything else, let's get into it actually. What am I saying? All right, cool. I'm looking forward to this because the last video was really, really well done.
You want to prove that the Still Here cinematic is the best cinematic ride ever released?
He's like really soft spoken.
It's going to be a week and
I'll turn
people
him
are
up.
still talking about it. People are still watching it and they are still finding more details.
Like
and
you.
Things are getting so cool that some of the things which people previously ignored because we honestly thought that Riot just forgot about it, let's keep on with the rule of cool. If things look badass, it is better than the integrity of a story. Well, it turns out Riot did not forget. And all the parts with Kindred got a whole another awesome layer. So today, let's talk about what the community found. And let's talk about how all the lore references are getting crazier. Now first things first, if you are wondering just how much better is the Still Here cinematic over all the other cinematics, well, according to the charts, Still Here has the fastest growing.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen all the cinematics.
All videos Riot ever released. And that includes all the views on KDA too. In fact,
dang, KDA?
24 hours, KDA More was first with 12 million views.
Everyone loves
Warriors
KDA.
Was second with 10 million. But now, Still Here left them in the dust with 22 million views.
Cow!
And as of right now, 3 days after coming out, it is currently sitting at 80 million views.
What?
So rest assured, this cinematic is going places.
Oh my god!
Now, let's dive into
80?
all the things that came out around it. The first
Holy cow, I was expecting maybe like 30, but 80.
From League's social media. They released a video where they quickly covered all the cinematics references to League in-game.
Oh, let's go, League.
Meaning they simply mentioned all of the
Sweeping Blade,
which you could see in the cinematic. But one of their
Steel Tempest, Hawkshot, yeah.
And it left a lot
I didn't catch all those, but yeah, so.
So first
Pulse Frenzy.
Morgana used Soul Shackles, which is her ultimate. Now,
I think I called it Ethereal Chains.
I did mention that it reminds me of her Q because it's binding Aatrox to the ground. But
it's not Q, bro.
I'll admit she's channeling it, so it's more like her.
Come on, man, it's not Q. The Q sends a truck at you. These are chains. It's not a truck. I didn't know this one. I ain't get it from it. I didn't know this one. Like cinematics are so cool. They are.
Important for the entire story of this cinematic.
I mean, at least this one is.
How the cinematic ends, after which they confirmed that here
I did not think this was Sweeping Blade, yo.
That's the ability where he's dashing through people.
I thought he was just running at him.
I don't know how much I want to credit Yasuo just running to in game.
I agree.
Right,
I agree. No, Necrit, I agree with you. I agree with you.
What he did here.
I agree with you.
That in this video, they specifically cut it before Yasuo starts cutting through his enemies with because I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be part of the ability because there he's just.
I think that's just his Q.
Anyway, I explained it in the last video. Then, of course, he's using his Steel Tempest, specifically the third hit with the Tornado. Then there is the one that confused a lot of people. Because here you can see Kindred's arrow coming in for Yasuo.
Wait.
Which comes from Ashe.
This was Hawkshot?
Outrageous, right?
Yes.
No, all of you just didn't pay attention.
What?
See, even though this clip is showing you this arrow from this scene, it's not actually pointing at this scene. It is cut in a way so you can see the beginning of the next scene.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
Lands, it reveals.
Alright, fair enough.
I really mean, it is very subtle, but right above.
All I got from Chernobyl was that he uses alt when he fights Kindred and
VFX from Ashe's Hawkeye. Like
the wolf.
That is the actual
Wolf.
effect from the
I don't know what his name is.
Which probably explains that's how Ashe found Tryndamere in the first place.
I think someone responded to me in the comments and told me what the wolf's name was, but I forgot.
Before this one also has an arrow, might be a coincidence, but it also might be planned out. Again, the details in the cinematic are totally crazy, so maybe it was all on purpose.
This is bad. It makes me want to play League. I'm gonna fall in love with the cinematic and then I'm gonna hate the game.
I mean, sure, he's just jumping and biting. Then, of course...
Okay, that's what Wolf's frenzy is, though.
Rage. That was pretty obvious.
He's in a circle and he bites.
Using the spinning slash. This is something I almost missed in the first video, and if you go back...
I wouldn't take it that way either.
A note, because I only noticed this while I was editing it. But yes...
Wait, I didn't notice that. I didn't even notice he had that.
In fact, spinning. Then, of course, we get Volley from Ashe, which was heavily nerfed because she only fires 2 arrows. And she got 1 more Hawkshot.
It's too strong. It's spammable.
Which is pretty funny because Hawkshot has 2 charges and she used both. Maybe that's also not...
Oh, you know what? Fair.
Jumping into some more details, Riot also put the...
I forget sometimes Hawkshot has 2.
BBE,
Oh.
where the skin got its own lore description.
Yo!
And it reads... Yasuo glimpsed many paths in his dreams. One saw him as an old man alone, having strayed far from his course. He had given up ambition, family, even love, all to atone for his sins which he could no longer remember. This vision was not a warning, but a reminder. For Yasuo knew he could always return to his path. He only needed to find it, or let it find him. So yes, in the end, this scene was just a vision. Which is a shame. I really hoped Riot would double down on this one.
No!
Olaf would
Stop trying to annihilate people!
To see that it says that he had given up on his ambition, family,
Dude, Necrit's out for blood.
love. If the Ruined King taught us anything, he does have love in
Wasn't that a game? Wasn't that like a standalone game?
Somewhere else towards Noxus to find his
Oh, it looks like it was.
Maybe that's why he's confused now.
Curious if it's any good.
In a place where everyone believed that he would be looking for Riven. But then during the Sentinels of Light, Riven was freed from the Noxian prison, and you know what? I don't really know what.
Yo, why does Riven look like she's like?
This is a vision, and
like,
I still don't really know.
Why does Riven look like she made a pact with the Manshamu dude and went evil mode?
To just give up on everything he had ever done, he would.
Random reference, but she's got those dark circles around her eyes.
This is perhaps where the coolest new detail arose. You see, as people dug deeper and deeper into all the storylines surrounding Kindred, they realized that all of their previous lore still lines up here. And it all goes back to that one final scene. Now, the first thing some people pointed out here is that there is no way that this is an arrow from the Lamb. As you could clearly see, Lamb has clean arrows without an arrowhead. Which is true. That's why
I didn't think it was. That's why I didn't think it was Lamb's. I didn't think it was Lamb's thing.
Arrow that delivered the kill. In a way, that's how Kindred claimed him. Remember that the Lamb and the Wolf are not really there as part of the physical world. It's not like the Lamb was actually standing there in the army.
Dude, what if Kindred got an ultimate like Mordekaiser where they took you to like the Shadow Realm?
Everyone who ever dies.
Imagine.
I have no idea if this
that'd be cool for lore.
Sense to you,
but I understand the undying thing too. Technically, you're in their little circle.
The one who's dying. So in short, yes, the arrow still represents the arrow of death that came from the Lamb, even though it is physically an arrow that came from the bandits. In fact, it is this detail that revealed some cool references. And honestly, it is something I didn't mention at first because I didn't believe Riot was really paying attention to it. But especially after watching the Tryndamere fight for the 8th time now...
Wait, he looks crazy right here. Yo, this man looks insane.
You see, the Lamb and the Wolf work as a pair. And they each claim a different kind of souls. The Lamb is the one who takes lives peacefully. Whenever someone dies and they are ready to just pass into the afterlife, the Lamb is the one who delivers the final blow with a sway.
Wow, they really are kindred together.
In case someone refuses to die and they want to fight till the last moment, the Wolf steps in and he gives them the fight they were looking for. That's why, even in in-game quotes, the Wolf always wants everyone to run away from the Lamb. He wants them to not want to.
Dude, this makes me want to play Kindred. Oh my gosh. This is bad.
He gets to chase them.
This is bad.
Peacefully they go.
Hungry we follow.
Wolf chases what does not willingly go.
As a fun fact,
oh damn, I just got chills.
Noxus, they don't really believe in the Lamb. To them, death is just the wolf. Because Noxians always fight till their last breath. And so the Lamb rarely gets anything to do. So going back to the Yasuo scene, This cinematic specifically highlights that the arrow is the one that delivered the kill.
Oh, because he's going
and
peacefully.
It visually hints that it is the arrow of the lamb.
Ah.
Because in this scene, Yasuo accepted the
Fair enough.
peaceful death.
That makes sense.
That's why he closed
That makes
his
sense.
eyes and accepted it all.
That makes
Which is
sense.
also why seeing the wolf in the distance gets so much more meaning. The reason why we can see
because
the
he's
wolf
not.
in the distance, seemingly not
I'll let him
doing
explain it.
anything, while Lamb claims the kill, is because the wolf is watching and patiently waiting to see if Yasuo decides to fight.
Okay,
Because should
I understand.
Yasuo keep fighting here, the wolf would get a chance to step in. That's the real choice Yasuo made in this scene. We all know that
Wait, so
he
Yasuo's
had
aware?
the ability to keep going here.
Aware,
the cinematic
Yasuo?
specifically showed us that he could use the wind wall to save himself here.
But it's on cooldown.
Instead of letting the
Not like a
wolf
20-second
keep him,
cooldown.
he decided to embrace the lamb. It is insane to see just how much of this was portrayed by a single glowing arrow in the sky. Now, what's cool is
That's
that
cool.
a similar thing also happened in Tryndamere's fight. Around the internet, I saw a lot of people talking about the fact that the wolf did all the fighting, and the lamb didn't do much to take him down. But in reality,
It's not her
that
turn.
was absolutely on purpose. From the moment Tryndamere stood up, he was presented with a choice.
Yeah.
Would he go down peacefully or would he
Yo!
fight the wolf?
So this is
That
like
is
huge.
why the first one he saw was the lamb, who acted as the one.
And the
to
wolf was
present
waiting in the
his choice. But
background.
of course, this was likely.
Oh, my mind's
In fact,
exploded right now.
it is impossible for this to be their first fight. Logically, Tryndamere had to fight them at least once in the past. That would be the moment Aatrox killed him and infused him with blood magic. That's also why, in this cinematic,
crazy.
the wolf didn't hesitate to jump in. To them, it was obvious what would happen next. But now you may be asking, well, if it was the wolf's job to take Tryndamere down, why did the lamb shoot arrows at all? The reason is
Giving him
in
a
fact
choice again.
very simple. Every time the lamb shot an arrow, it was to check if Tryndamere would accept the peaceful death.
Yeah.
That's why, if you go through the entire
Dude,
fight,
Tryndamere looks like a
you'll
Giga
see
Chad
the
right
lamb
here.
doesn't rapidly fire off all the time. She shoots once, and then she watches from a distance for a while as the fight with the wolf keeps going. To her, this wasn't a fight after all. She didn't have a reason to keep firing. She only did it occasionally to see if Tryndamere made up his mind. And in fact, she only shot 2 arrows before Tryndamere successfully fought him off. And every time he parried one of the lamb's arrows, he did it with the ferocity of
Imagine
a
if
warrior,
Tryndamere had a parry,
really
I'd
denying
cry.
that peaceful kill. So yes, as it turns out, even the way they fought in this cinematic had much deeper lore. And now, all
Dude,
of
it's
this
crazy.
ties into one
5
single
minutes?
thing
How long was
that
this thing?
popped off
5
on
minutes?
Reddit. There was
Goes
a lot of talking
deep.
about Kindred tilting her head. I absolutely love
Okay,
this
don't
one
tell me
because
there's something
it
about
could
that.
have many different meanings.
She's curious?
As they said in this post, it could be confusion. Why is he not dead yet? Mockery. You really thought that would work. Challenging. Oh, so you really want to fight. Curiosity. Let's see where this goes then. Recognition.
Are these her dialogue
This guy
lines?
is kinda good to be honest. Surprise. Yo, what the hell you doing, bro? Indifference.
Oh no, these are not
Okay,
the
sure.
these are not the voice lines.
Patience.
Imagine
I'm
if they
busy
were.
tonight. Please die. Now, given all the context we have now, I do believe the real purpose here is curiosity. Because here
That's
they
what I
are,
said.
presented with a man
Yo!
who used both the
Bug.
peaceful arrow of the lamb
think,
and the
right?
ferocious bite of the wolf. Because despite the wolf really trying, he can fight them off. Which is not something Kindred get to see too often. And so yeah, that's all the new details that popped off
Oh, that's
in the
it?
last 3 days after the cinematic came out. Yeah, as I mentioned, this cinematic is going places. I love how around the internet there were a lot of people who didn't really like this cinematic because apparently it didn't have as much lore as some of the previous ones. Like Nicole. In the meantime, this one has more lore than all of the previous
Why would
ones.
anyone not like
But
this
yeah,
video?
I'm curious
Who
what
are
else
you,
are
bro?
noticing this one. As of
Tell me
right
why.
Now there are 80 million views.
Tell me why in the comments you didn't like this
And
video.
I wonder how much of this is just people who keep watching it over and over again.
True.
For context, Brink of Infinity has 3 million. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure most people didn't even finish watching it once.
Wow. That's toxic. That video was awesome. That was great, honestly. That okay. I made sure to listen this time like really well, and I turned it up because he is a little soft spoken, so I wasn't ready for it the first time around. But holy cow, like there's so much lore. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. I think this is maybe this is how people go about figuring out which champion they want to main, because honestly, man, but this makes me want to play Kindred and makes me want to play Yasuo and stuff like that, because this is crazy. Like Kindred especially, that's such a the lore is so deep, like with the choices of like who, how they want to go out fighting, whether they want to like have one last battle or go peacefully. Like that's super deep. Like holy cow. Like wow. Amazing. But yeah, thank you to Necrit. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm like tongue tied. It was really good. All right, guys. For everyone who's watching this on YouTube, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out a lot. Leave a comment if you guys have any more recommendations for me to watch. And yeah, I really like the lore videos. They're super awesome to watch. And if you guys have any like cool lore to share, be sure to share it down below, or what was your favorite part and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.